Peace, love, and light, Cancer, Leo, Cusp Collective. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your Capricorn season energy reading. I am super excited to bring this reading out to you all, and I hope it finds you in the highest vibration possible. Thank you guys so much for all of the love that you show here on my channel, and especially over on the Instagram page. I love seeing my Cleos and my Cancios over there. So thank you for checking me out on both platforms. Please make sure you read through the description box below, okay? It's going to have everything you need to know to get the most out of my reading, as always. I have also posted a more in-depth, or slightly more in-depth update on my community board, so please make sure you check that out so that you know where this channel is growing and heading towards, okay? As far as just content and my energy, why you're seeing Capricorn season, even though for certain parts of the world we're in Aquarius season, all of that is there, okay? I am now also offering a breath work, just really simple, nothing major, just 4 deep breaths at the beginning of our reading here, as opposed to our prayer, which I do off camera now, just to kind of really ground the energy. And I think collective breathing is going to be super important as we continue in this age of Aquarius. Okay, so I'm going to guide you through the first 2, and then we'll do the last 2 in silence. But if you want to continue doing the prayer or your own prayers or whatever gratitude practices that you do have, you are more than welcome to, okay? You can also breathe along with me, of course, or have a moment of silence. So choose whichever one works best for you, and we will get started, okay? So let's take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. All right. So if you haven't heard by now, I have left out the zodiac cards from this Black Moon astrology deck, just because I kind of want to keep them centered in and soaking in the love energy decks that I use. So this deck actually fully consists of now just planets, certain aspects of your natal chart, and important transitions or transits that we go through in our lifetime, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and get into this, Cancer, Leo. Thank you so much, Divine. Please show me where Cancer, Leo is connecting cosmically. What cosmic energy is connecting with Cancer, Leo? Okay. Okay, something wants to come out here. What cosmic energy is connecting with Cancer? Leo energy, Cuspers. Okay. I prefer them to fall, so I'm going to wait till one more falls out. There we go. All right, so they all came face down. So this kind of feels like, because usually I get maybe 1 to 2 that are face up. It feels like what is happening here for you right off the bat, Cancios, is a lot of unknown. It's like a lot of gray area, a lot of things either in the dark or just kind of up in the air. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, we have the South Node energy here. It's the vibration of 42, which breaks down into a 6 here. So getting some sort of karmic balance taken care of, some karma taken care of here with life's debt. So this is opposing the lunar north node, right? Which leads you towards your destiny. It's what you're trying to evolve towards. The South Node speaks of the energy that you're carrying into this lifetime. Okay, so definitely check the links below in my description box for the natal charts. They are free. And both the two main versions of astrology that I connect with or I follow, okay? So check them out both, or just whichever one calls to you. But your South Node is going to lead you to understand what you've brought into this lifetime to heal karmically, okay? So your life's debts from past lives, okay? We also have 43 here, lunar eclipse, okay? Which is all about change. Very powerful. I feel we had a lunar eclipse. What was that, in November of 2020? Oh, and the full moon is actually in your cusp here, Cancer Leo. That's really interesting. I knew that, but I don't know why it feels like brand new. Maybe some of you out there didn't know that or weren't aware of that. But the full moon will be in Cancer Leo coming up on the 28th and the 29th. So you can actually expect a lot of changes to happen here for you. 43 does break down into a 7. So it's that Chariot energy. Again, I talked about this in the Cancer reading that I just did, where the Chariot card kind of represents the masculine form of Cancer energy. And so I feel like, yeah, some of you are really going to have a change in direction here coming with this full moon energy, or you're going to sense that need to change directions. Yeah, and it has maybe something to do with balancing out this life debt energy, this karmic debt. So maybe you're ending a karmic cycle here, and now the tides are finally changing here in your favor, Cancer Leo. Yeah, it does feel like it's in your favor, right? In Saturn, you have truth here. Some of you might be a part of a group that is experiencing a Saturn return as well, now that Saturn is in Capricorn Aquarius. But Saturn generally comes in, and again, it speaks more to that life debts energy, this South Node energy, right? It's all about karma and learning lessons. Saturn comes in to reveal to you the parts of yourself that you were either unaware of or needed some more clarity and more clear and truthful perspective on, okay? So it can be challenging to see yourself in those new lights. It can be challenging to have these emotional changes here with the lunar eclipse, but it is happening for you, Cancer Leo, okay? So a lot of truth coming in with Saturn. Maybe about, some of you have maybe even experienced karmic cycles that you weren't even really aware were karmic cycles at the time. And so Saturn might be shining a light on that, like, yeah, that's where you learned this lesson, or that's why you had to go through this so that you can get to this particular point. So it does feel like you will be connecting some dots here, again, with this kind of moon phase energy. And I do feel like that might begin once the full moon hits its peak here. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and dig a little deeper with the Uncommon Tarot. Thank you so much, Divine. Please show me what Cancer Leo cuspers need to know about South Node energy for Capricorn season. What do Cancer Leo cuspers need to know about South Node energy for Capricorn season? What do there we go. Okay. All right, let's look at this. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, some of you maybe have been holding on to your energy, protecting your energy, not really wanting to kind of engage with other people, be around others, or just feeling very fiercely independent in your energy here with the Nine of Wands. Right? The Nine of Wands carries this energy of, well, I've made it to this point. I don't really need anyone else to get to the Ten of Wands, right? I don't need anyone else to complete my energy. That's kind of the vibe that the Nine of Wands gives off, although you are exhausted, right? But it's this stubbornness around, I've made it this far, so I can keep going, okay? Some of you could be really exhausted from your karmic cycles that you've gone through. Maybe even connecting the dots of maybe that's why you do feel tired or closed off or a little down in energy. It's that you are paying these karmic debts in this season, or have been for a while. Okay, but it does feel like the truth of the matter here, Cancer Leo, is that you're super guarded. Okay. Then you got the Five of Coins. Yeah, and it does feel like it's this season of feeling a little left out in the cold. feeling a bit disconnected from the divine. But again, it all feels like a part of your karmic lesson on how to reconnect, right? Now, mind you, we're always connected to the divine, but this is just the illusion of disconnecting, right? This is the illusion here of being left out in the cold. This is the feeling of it, not that it's actually true, okay? Because we're always connected to source no matter what. But yeah, it's just feeling almost like, I just heard that saying, feeling like you're going up creek without a paddle. Some of you might say that, someone in your life might say that, but it feels like you're swimming up against stream here and are feeling that exhaustion, are feeling that sense of like tiredness, you know, like, oh, I don't know if I can do it, but I mean, I've made it this far, so why couldn't I? So having that kind of oscillation there, as your cusp is known for. But yeah, it does feel like you are coming out of a season again, being very guarded energetically, but maybe also feeling a little depleted financially, or feeling as if you can't get on a good foot financially. It is a part of your karmic cycles in this lifetime here. Yeah, Knight of Coins here, talking about moving very slow or being stuck and stagnant altogether. Yeah. So it feels like, Cancer Leos, that the divine is holding you back from something as a part of a karmic cycle, as a part of a karmic lesson, in order for you to realize more truths about your intuition here. I just heard with the lunar eclipse and the moon, right? But also maybe to really get down and do some emotional healing, because I don't see any cups here. So it does feel like, again, that disconnect from the divine, or that feeling of being disconnected from the divine, is actually a disconnect with your emotional body. Okay? So that could be why you're feeling a little stuck, stagnant, at a plateau, not moving forward. But this Knight of Coins energy is actually, I think, really nice here, Cancer Leo. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when it's connected here to life's debts, you haven't really lost the pentacle. You're just holding on to it. So it's almost like it's just in waiting. It's in queue. You haven't lost out on anything. Nothing has truly missed you that was meant for you. That feels important to say as well. It's just the divine putting you in a position to actually plant that pentacle in a proper way, or in fertile ground, so that it grows the way you need it to grow, so that you come out of this Five of Coins energy. Okay. Then you have the Four of Wands. So this definitely feels like feeling left out of love cycles, or not having enough love in your life, not having enough connection in your life, not really having firm or sturdy foundations. And maybe it's having to be a part of connections that do make you feel like you're left out in the cold, that do exhaust you there with the Nine of Wands, right? That maybe are consistently in this mode of being stuck and stagnant. Or I'm also getting a little back and forth energy. Like you take 2 steps just to take 3 back. Again, that's swimming up creek without a paddle. Feels like it's connected to some sort of partnership, relationship. But again, this is all a part of your karmic lessons and a part of your karmic cycle. So it's something that you do have to maneuver through in order to get to that season of change, in order to actually, in order to gain the wisdom enough, is what I just heard. In order to gain enough wisdom to plant, again, that seed properly, which is the main reason why the Knight of Coins doesn't make hasty movements at all. Right? Because they're so concerned with making sure they take the right step forward that they will sit there until it makes sense. They will sit there until they get a clear vision forward, as opposed to like a Knight of Wands that's just going to go off impulse, or a Knight of Cups that's just going to go off what they feel, or a Knight of Swords that's just going to go based off their logic. The Knight of Pentacles takes time to analyze, assess, think about it, feel it out, right? Although it be slow, yes. Although it may not be this fast moving, it is intentional. It's an intentional energy. And I think the divine is trying to get you to be very intentional about what you want a connection to feel like, look like, grow like? That's also important. How do you want this Four of Wands to grow? So if you are in a relationship or in a connection or a business partnership or a career that leaves you left out in the cold with the Five of Coins, it's like needing to pay attention to that. What is that telling you? How do you feel about that? Because there's no cups here. And I think that's where this lunar eclipse changed, because I don't really think you were necessarily wanting to connect with your emotions in these karmic cycles. But it's like, now that you're coming out, I guarantee you, you're going to have to face those cups or figure out your cup energy. All right, so let's go ahead and look. Hi, Joker. Thank you so much for being here. So just keep fighting. I don't know yet. Let's see. Because I kind of do feel like this Knight of Wands, again, with the Knight of Coins, might be you at the end of a road or stopping the fight, right? Stopping the guardedness or stopping the energy of feeling like you have to do all of this on your own or that you have to complete something on your own. So let's get into it, because I think this lunar change is going to highlight that a little bit more. Thank you so much, Divine. Yeah, Four of Coins, right on the Knight of Coins, okay. One more for lunar change. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. There we go. There's that Leo energy, sun energy, okay? So again, it does feel like positive change is coming your way here, Cancer, Leo. With the Four of Coins falling on top of the Knight of Coins, it's again that feeling of, I don't want to give. I'm going to hold on to this, or I'm going to hold back on my emotions until these other energies play themselves out. But I think the whole reason why you're going through these cycles is to get more in tune with what you actually feel. Connect that to an action here with the Knight of Wands and the Four of Wands. Connect that with the time and the energy and the focus that you're giving to certain things with the Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, and it feels like here with the Four of Coins, it's like changing. Ooh, yeah, I like that. With the Two of Wands, changing from not willing to move, not willing to do anything about it, right? Not willing to connect again emotionally, because again, we still don't have cups here, but this is more of an emotion-based card with the lunar eclipse. So holding your emotions, hoarding it all in, not expressing yourself. It's like that's what's changing. You now then move from the Four of Coins to a Two of Wands energy. And again, you have the Sun, so that's positive change where you now feel more hopeful, more optimistic, more confident about how to move forward. It's like, so you open up your heart chakra here, because this is a blocked heart chakra card, right? You open up your heart chakra to feel everything you feel, connect it to everything around you. Gain the intuitive knowledge with that Cancer energy of what it actually means for you emotionally. Register that with your intuition and then proceed to figure out a pathway forward. So where you're no longer exhausted, you're more rejuvenated, right? With this kind of youthful energy depicted here. And again, more youthful energy with your Leo dynamic, right? Typically depicted with a small child. So getting back into that innocence, right? Where the Nine of Wands is more of like a jaded energy, right? It's really allowing that to melt off, because again, it's a part of a karmic cycle and a karmic lesson for you. So until you learn the lesson of how to actually open up your heart chakra, how to actually use your emotions, right? How to not hoard it all in. Once you learn that lesson and come out of that, this is what you have waiting for you. The Sun and the Two of Wands. A whole new path, a more positive path, a more joyful path. Something that really is going to bring you a real deep sense of freedom. But you got to do the work to get through these lessons. And this is just for this season, okay? So by mid-February, this could all be resolved. But yeah, it feels like gaining a little bit more optimism, a little bit more creativity, a little bit more, how could I say that? Like being able to dream a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to kind of looking at it like, oh, this cycle will never end. I can never. It's like being able to start seeing beyond the karmic cycles. Thank you, Divine. That's the lunar change energy. Eclipsing out this emotion of things will never change. You know, I'm not really interested in, not that you're not interested in it changing, but it's like, it's almost like this feeling of acceptance. Like, okay, well, this is just where it's going to be. But then moving from that into, well, actually, I have the power to change what actually is. And then getting really super excited about that and tapping into that Leo energy and letting that lead you a little bit. Right? Because in order to have the sun, and I'm a firm believer in this, in order to have the sun, you have to have some sort of connection to your heart chakra, right? This is solar plexus energy, which lies right beneath it. So some of you might want to tap into your solar plexus and do some work, especially tap into your heart chakra. But you're going to see a pathway forward. You're going to get some sort of rejuvenation here. And I do feel, again, once this full moon hits, this is what's coming in for you, Cancer Leo. 2 of Wands, dominion, passion, this real strong sense of confidence. Okay? Backed up by your solar plexus, backed up by the sun itself. The best card you can get in an entire deck. So this is telling me that there is kind of like a light at the end of the tunnel here for you. You just have to be aware that you are going through some cycles karmically, okay? And as so long as you can learn the lesson, which again is going to be different for all of you, but it does feel like the lesson lies in your emotion because there's no cups here still. All right. Do the coins mean abundance is coming? Like I said earlier with this Knight of Coins, it means that you're not going to lose any abundance that you have. And like I said, the divine is trying to set you up in order to plant this seed so that it can grow into more abundance in fertile ground. So it feels like whatever this 4 of Wands is, whatever this 5 of Coins is, whatever's bringing on this 9 of Wands energy is not fertile ground for you to actually plant your seed, if that makes sense, okay? Yeah. Interesting. Okay, let's look into Saturn. Thank you so much, Divine. Thank you, Jose, for being here as well. We have the 7 of Wands. Yeah, okay. So some of you might be a little defensive when this truth comes in or when Saturn brings this truth to you. You might feel a little bit on guard. Okay, what else do Cancer Leos need to know about Saturn's energy? Ooh, what else do... There we go. Oh, 5 of Wands here. Oh, boy. All right, let's just get one more. One more for Cancer Leo Cuspers for Saturn energy and Capricorn season. Ooh, the Queen of Swords. Ooh, okay. And it fell on this 4 of Wands. So some of you could be in a relationship or a connection here with the Queen of Swords energy, air energy, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Yeah, so it's okay. That's exactly what it is. So if you are having kind of conflicts with people around you or people close to you or connected to you, this is a part of your karmic cycle, and it kind of is exactly what's keeping you a bit stuck and stagnant in this 4 of Coins energy. So I just don't know that you fully have grounded in the truth of the matter with this Queen of Swords. Right? That this Queen of Swords is bringing you a lot of conflict here, making you feel sort of defensive or like you have to constantly defend yourself against this person. Okay, and again, it fell on this 4 of Wands. So this could be a work situation, job situation, doesn't have to be romantic in nature. Yeah, it's just the truth is there's a lot more competition between you and this Queen of Swords than there is actually love or emotional understanding. Because again, we still don't have any cups. We still don't have any cups. So again, once you come into this truth, Cancer Leo, it could be centered around or come through the mode of drama. Like, again, having maybe some arguments, some fights. Again, this real need of feeling like you have to defend yourself constantly, or that someone's constantly on the attack, which the Queen of Swords, definitely. If she's in a low vibration, definitely sharp with the words, sharp at the tongue, tear you down in an instant, almost just for the fun of it, just to have that combative energy. Okay? But kind of like you said there, Joker, where it was this desire to maybe get back into a fighting mode. I think what you're going to tap into is what you're actually fighting against. Because I don't know that you're actually clear on that. Or if you are, it's going to just become super clear on what energy is actually working against you. Because there's no Six of Wands here. So there is this lack of feeling victorious in that. But it does feel like it's a Queen of Swords energy. So whether that's a dynamic within you, Cancer, Leo, if this is you versus yourself, or again, if it's you versus someone else, they do carry this Queen of Swords energy. And I think that's in essence, the truth of the matter is that's what's causing you so much conflict here. That's what's, again, getting you to the 9. So we have all prime 9s here, other than the 3. So you go from the 5 of Wands to the 7 of Wands to the 9 of Wands. Meaning that there's still this feeling of like being odd or on the outside. Yeah, with the 5 of Pentacles. So it just kind of feels like, Cancer, Leo, and we'll tap into your life lessons after this. It feels like the lesson here is to find that balance, because you really don't have a lot of even numbers here anyway. Only one is the 2 of Wands and the 4 of Wands, but still, this 5, 7, and 9 just seems super important here. Yeah, it's the Queen of Swords energy that's exhausting you. We'll just leave it there. I'm trying to like see if I can pull anything else out of it, but it's that Queen of Swords energy that's really draining your energy or exhausting you or keeping you from being open to the possibilities available to you because you're so focused on this drama, or you're so focused on what they're saying to you or having to combat their energy. It's pulling you out of that sun vibration that you do have. Keeping your heart closed to possibilities, because that is truly what the 2 of Wands is about. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and look into your life lessons. Thank you so much, Divine. Please show me life lessons available for Cancer, Leo, Cuspers for Capricorn season. Thank you. Whew. So you have happiness. Yeah, that's that sun energy. Emotional change. So where you weren't feeling happy, right? Again, could talk about, again, a black heart chakra. It is coming in for you this season. It says, I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. And I think, again, that's what this whole kind of karmic energy is about for you, Cancer, Leo. It's to get you on the right path. It's to get you to fully understand what happiness means to you, what it looks like, what it feels like, how to recognize the energy of happiness, how to recognize happy thoughts, right? How to keep all of that in your vibration here. You also have envy. It says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. This could be connected to the Queen of Swords here. Possibly the reason why they're so combative with you, or constantly kind of throwing jabs, I feel, or just really blunt with truth that they think is true. It's because there is a little bit of envy here. There's that competition. It's like they're almost competing with you to a certain degree. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's just what's coming through kind of clear here. And then you have death, okay? It says, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Definitely, Cancer, Leos, please check out that Cancer reading that I just did. Although that was more centered, actually that was really heavy relationship energy. So this is a relationship for you. You might find some extra messages there, but this is the death process that you're going through with the life's debts. It's your south node. Some of you could have a south node in Scorpio, okay, which you really have to come into this lifetime to transform yourself amid all of the envious energy that would typically keep you closed off here, right? It's like, how do you find happiness when no one around you wants you to be happy, or a particular person is doing all that they can to keep you in conflict? How do you still define happiness for yourself? Okay, and then how do you transform you internally so that you can attract in or be more in alignment with energy that feeds that happiness that you're figuring out and discovering? I really hope this makes sense, Cancer, Leo. This does feel like it was a bit everywhere. But again, just know that this is just a karmic cycle that you're going through. So long as you learn that lesson, really, again, there were no cups here. So really get into your emotional body however you can to figure out that happiness. Because it's like, yeah, this Queen of Swords is pushing a lot of envious energy out, and that's what's draining you. So you kind of got to put a death to allowing that energy to penetrate, I guess, or figure out what you want to do with this connection. Okay. All right. Cancer, Leo, Cuspers, I hope you again found this reading helpful and insightful, but definitely let me know in the comment section below if you're watching this a little later. Thank you so much, Jose and the Joker, for hanging out with me during this reading. I truly appreciate your energy and for being a part of this reading with me. Again, I will have your oracle cards posted on the Instagram page with some excerpts from the book so that you can kind of get another perspective or just get some reinforcement from the intuitive tarot we just pulled. But if I don't see you guys over there on Instagram, then I will see you all, Cancer Leos, in your next reading. All right. Namaste. Thank you, guys.